Look at you now, boy. Look at you now. Before the Bell podcast, slamming all comers. Bloodlines, crime time, real bath water. The boys' mind burns a CT. On your way to the count, 1, 2, 3. For the Bell podcast. Before the Bell podcast. Bell ringers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the greatest wrestling podcast of all time. That is Before the Bell. Who am I? Main event CT. We're in the place to be. First and foremost, to my left, this guy needs no introduction because he's already a legend, but we're going to give him one anyway. Dark Kent, the Dark Attacked. Chris Burns, how are you, brother?
Acknowledge us, the number one podcast, wrestling podcast in the world. Absolutely.
I love it. It's true.
I don't care what the numbers say.
It's true, bro.
I do not care.
You know why
Every
you
single
can't care?
week. Tell me.
This is why you can't care.
Mm-hmm.
Martin had a lot of viewers.
That's right.
They never gave him his credit.
Facts.
They made it seem like he was just lucky to be a part of the network.
Mhm.
Martin was doing numbers, bro. Talking
me
about
tell you.
Nielsen boxes.
Speaking of numbers, let
Yeah.
me just thank you, viewers out there. Y'all bell ringers. I put down the gauntlet last
Mhm,
week.
mhm.
I said I needed the smoke.
Yep.
With O'Shea Jackson Jr.'s podcast. I said that it's a travesty of justice that they have more 5-star reviews than us
Mhm.
on Apple Podcasts. Y'all came out in force. We 15 away.
Woo!
15 away
15.
from catching them. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because they ain't touching us nowhere else.
That's a
Not
fact.
on Instagram,
Mm-mm.
not on Facebook.
Mm-mm.
A few episodes where they don't got big, giant Hollywood guests can't mess with us. So I think it's only right that we overtake them on Apple Podcasts. That's just me, though.
Everybody watching, first and foremost, thank you for those reviews. Also, the super chats are open. We stop the show for significant amounts. That means $9.99 or more. We stop the show. However, we appreciate every single amount that you guys contribute to the show because of you guys, we're able to pay for studio time. We're able to pay for clips. We're able to pay for everything because you guys are helping us grow, and we can never thank you guys enough for your hard-earned money and your time for being with us. With that said, we had a discrepancy. Okay.
I got scared for a second.
I don't even know who this is, if I'm being completely honest with you.
Hello there.
How you doing there, brother?
Good. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Scoots.
Say that again?
Scoots, the
Scoots.
socket wrench Watterson. I'm one of the greatest old school wrestlers of all time. You might have seen me in the AWA.
All right.
I just read the shirt. That's
Let's see your shirt, sir.
Oh, yes, I'll check my jacket. Well,
I broke Jay's quad. Wow.
yes.
Let's put the super chat up real quick, please. From VAR comment, $20 says, just want to show love on my birthday and wish with love, with happiness. First
happy
of all,
birthday.
Happy birthday. Thank you so much for the super chat. A very happy birthday to you. You broke Jay's quad. Listen, man.
Yeah, Chief J Strongbow.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
What would you think he was talking about?
Nothing.
All right.
Yeah. So
You look like Professor Xavier in his last scene in Logan.
All right.
hey, listen,
I recognize you, actually.
You recognize me too?
Yes, you're a former professional wrestler. You were the milkman.
No.
Yes, I remember that. We had to run this one out of town. He kept kissing all the white ladies. He said, segregation now, my friend.
we had to run this one out of town because he kept kissing the white ladies.
He'd make his entrance to an old Rick James song, and he'd give the whites a kiss on the cheek. And he said, "No, thank you, not in my Tennessee."
He says,
Not mine.
with the exposed black hands.
This is my psoriasis.
Couldn't put no gloves on.
Listen, man. There is something, ladies and gentlemen, that is very, very important that we discuss. And what is that, you may ask? I'm going to tell you right now. You might notice that we had episode 50 last week, a monumental episode, a milestone for us. And during one night, the episode was taken down. It was taken down and it was reported for bullying, which, while we're on the subject, the person that took the video down, the only person who has been bullied more than anybody is Martin Morrow. And Martin Morrow will be down for all of it. You understand?
Who's that? Is he another colored?
Another colored is insane.
So with that said, the episode was taken down for bullying and then it got put back up. And then the video got deleted by somebody. And let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have that conversation, but on the after show. We're going to get into it. I tried to give Burns the chance. I say, hey, are we going to talk about this? Everybody was late today. We didn't have a conversation. So we're talking about it on the Patreon. If you want to know the entire story.
Content is content.
If you want to know the details that y'all been asking, I'm ready to give it to you today. I'm giving it all to you, but it's going to be on the Patreon, patreon.com/beforethebell podcast. Subscribe now, because the takedown episode today, I want the smoke. Let's read some super chats, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh, wait. Coming in.
Chaos itself says, just seen Matamaro on St. Dennis Medical. Also, the T is silent like the D in Django. Thank you so much. Tim Scott, $10 says, first time catching it live. Just want to acknowledge the #1 podcast out there. Appreciate that. Round of applause for him. Thank you so much, Tim.
Disturbing.
Dead Kirby 22, $9.99 says, what's up before the bell? Happy Sunday. Could Dominic Mysterio
Under the mask.
Read that.
Okay. What's up before the bell? Happy Sunday. Could a Dom Mysterio under the mask alter ego kind of gimmick work? Changing his scared heel persona to a fierce wrestler with an edge like an anti-hero vibe.
Round of applause for that first. All right. I like that. I like that idea.
Oh, well, that's got to be what it is when he retires his father, right?
Yeah.
That he puts on the mask?
Yeah, he's going to wear the mask.
No,
You know,
I think
I
he's
used
saying...
to wear a mask as the Mauler back in 1947.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
No, there's no way we would remember
Do we
1947.
Well, I went 78 minutes with Greg the Hammer Valentine. We saw Jimmy Superfly Snooker walk
In
out
the
and we
40s?
said, get him out of here. He's too dark. No shoes. Disgusting. No, thank you. Not in my America.
Make wrestling great again, huh?
Pedro Cardona, $10 says, first time catching the show live. Love this show. Thank you so much.
We appreciate you, man.
Oh my goodness, that is hilarious. Okay. Tyrone Handed, $9.99. Love you guys. I spent over $300 on Super Chat, but you are worth it. I would have spent this money on BBL parties and BBW.
BBW
Oh my
parties
goodness,
anyway.
that's even better.
We're sorry we're keeping you away from the BBW parties, but we appreciate you being...
What's a BBW party?
We'll explain later.
Yes, Domingo Trip, $9.99 says, Martin looks like the top tipper of all strip clubs. Thank you so much, Domingo Trip. We got DJ C before the bell. Gonna mean back for blood on the after show. Oh, you have no idea. It's going down. Okay, cool. We got him. So I'm gonna tell you this: you're not gonna be able to talk through this whole mask this whole time. I already heard the audio differences with the mask.
What do you mean?
Oh wait! Also, congratulations, man, on St. Dennis, dude. You didn't even tell us.
Oh, thank you. Yes, well, Martin didn't tell you. He didn't know it would be airing so soon.
Oh,
How do you know Martin?
He's my nephew.
How's that work?
Well, I'm married a black.
Okay.
all right.
I'm sorry. CT,
That's on you.
I apologize.
That's
You don't
on
like get to go
you.
here on this show. You don't enjoy when we take these left turns. And you know what? I led us there.
I married a black.
He was a light skinned. I didn't know at the
Oh,
time
man.
Okay.
what it
Like
would
Babe
be.
Ruth.
And, here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a very special opportunity we would like to share with the people. Can we tell them about Tuesday?
Yes, tell it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Before the Bell has been invited to a WWE Netflix event where they roll out what the presentation for Netflix and WWE's partnership will look like. And we go to that Tuesday. They reached out to us. We're going to be a part of it. We're extremely excited to become part of the WWE family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep wanting to know, like, am I gonna ask like a serious question, or do I want to like try to make Triple H laugh? You know what I mean?
Great point.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know which angle I
Both.
want to go with yet.
Do
I guess
both.
both.
Yeah.
Like, I start off like, so, you know, in this initiative to become more of a global brand, when was the last time you tried to grow your ponytail? And I just misdirect.
That's not the one.
That's not the way.
That's not the
That's not the
one.
way to do it.
I love where you're going.
Okay.
That one is not the one.
All right. Now, I'm not saying that specifically.
Oh, gotcha,
Something
gotcha,
in
gotcha,
that
gotcha.
vein where, you know.
Definitely a misdirect
There you
always.
go. Yeah,
Misdirect always works.
Got it.
You know, I had a match with Ponytail Patterson back in '74.
Ponytail Patterson.
We did an Iron Classic. That's where both competitors are oiled up, and we had to.
Okay.
You know, I wasn't surprised that Martin on his TV appearance talking about something throbbing below the belt.
That's crazy.
In his bed as he laid down. I was like, yeah, this fits. It tracks.
Let's get into it. First, let's talk Monday Night Raw.
Yes.
What did you, anything from AEW or TNA you guys want to discuss?
No.
Cool.
I mean, same old stuff, really. I mean, they had a whole, didn't they have a whole ass, did they have a pay-per-view?
No, they had a pay-per-view last Saturday.
Oh, yeah, we did talk about
John
that.
Moxley beat Orange Cassidy.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
Walter
pretty
is
much
wet.
it.
Yeah.
Water is wet.
But let's talk about Monday Night Raw.
Mhm.
Number one. The number one thing that stood out from Monday Night Raw was that Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston promo.
Absolutely.
Boy, when I tell you they cooked with grease,
Mhm.
because this is, if you guys know the New Day, as they're going to show us with the presentation and celebration tomorrow, the New Day has always been very happy-go-lucky, even though the incarnation of it, the first incarnation was supposed to be more menacing and evil because it was supposed to be more militant black men. However, with the deaths that we had around that time and
Right.
Trayvon Martin and so many others that we have lost, they were told by Vince to go a different direction.
Yeah.
And they put that gimmick over. So now being able to see them cut these type of real promos where Kofi said, there's a reason E and I never let you call the shots
Yeah.
because you're too reckless. Last time I checked, you still haven't won a singles championship by yourself. And put the cherry on top by saying, it's because you've not been good enough and that's not my fault. To only be responded by from Woods, you were scared to take any kind of risk until I came along. I'm the reason you became champion. What did you do with that? You pissed it away on a silver platter in 6 seconds to Brock Lesnar.
Mm.
Woo!
Crazy.
Grease.
That's where the first Brock Lesnar references come from since January.
Yeah.
Touche. DJ C came in with the dub, with the $10 says, there will be a single point in the show where Martin has to take off that mask and it's going to be crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. Round of applause. Thank you so much, DJ C.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, man, with so many intriguing storylines in WWE,
Yeah.
I'm the most looking forward to this. Like,
It's the one.
everything about Monday Night Raw, I could care less.
Yeah.
I gotta see what's happening here. Because I know they've pitched several things for Big E to do
Really?
in this dynamic. I know that for a fact. I know they haven't chosen exactly where they're going yet. So it's just...
Will you tell us on the after show what they pitched? So by the time this airs tomorrow, and we can go back and see?
I gotta think if my source will be mad at me.
Gotcha.
Let me think about that.
Well, that's why it's on the Patreon.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's a smaller group. You
I
know what
get
mean?
it still.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, there's still a video that can be shared.
That's a great point. So how about this? Why don't you tell us
All right.
and then
Then we'll decide.
and then we'll talk about it next week on the show.
All right.
And be like, yo, Burns was actually right. Did we read that one already? Okay, cool. Also, the women's IC title is starting their tournament. I
Yeah.
told y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
I told y'all that
Okay.
US title, they wasn't about to just not have a women's IC. But who are your picks? Mine are Zelina and Lyra Valkyria and Shayna Baszler.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm sorry. James Ace Rivera with the 999. Congrats, guys. Big things popping. Little things stopping. Thank you so much.
Little things quadding. That's what I say.
All right.
Quadrant.
Picks for IC title champion. I got to be honest. It's hard for me to distinguish which women are on which brand sometimes.
Okay.
So, but like, who's all on Raw besides Zelina?
Raw
She
has
seems like an obvious pick.
Zelina Vega,
Yes.
Katana Chance,
Yeah.
Caden Carter.
Well, those are tag
How about you
teams,
name women that will actually maybe hold this belt?
though. Yeah.
Sonya Deville,
Sonya Deville.
Okay, that's
Zoe
interesting.
Stark,
Zoe
Shayna
Stark,
Baszler.
Shayna Baszler.
If anyone holds it in that stable, it'd be
the leader.
it'd be the leader. It'd be Sonya, right?
I suppose.
Yeah.
I want Shayna to get it, but it wouldn't be bad to have that.
Lyra Valkyria,
Yep.
Asuka, Dakota Kai. I could,
Oscar's still not
Oscar's
back
still
yet.
not back yet.
but she could come back for this juncture.
I don't think.
Okay.
I think most of the big returns they're gonna hold for Jan 6th.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the first Netflix we're gonna just see like Charlotte will probably be back, Becky will probably be back. Like I almost guarantee Becky will be back.
I would love that. She's been gone for about 8 months now.
Yeah,
Since, right after WrestleMania.
I
Yeah.
want just for your anger, I'd want Charlotte to win that Intercontinental title.
What if-
Just for you to show up on the next episode with that stank look. About how often they give her titles.
They give her everything, bro.
Listen, bro, what do you want from her?
And
man?
Charlotte win the U.S. title and the
Yeah,
they just throw her
absolutely.
in there.
That would be amazing. She won both mid-card
And they
belts.
put her with Bianca Belair to win the tag titles just to piss off CT.
That'd
Just
be
to-
amazing.
and
Yeah.
here's the problem. Let me tell you what my problem.
Uh-huh.
I love the voice. That's what's killing me.
Yeah.
I hate this mask, but I love the voice, and I want you to still do the voice just without the mask. I'm in a weird place.
Then he just becomes a dude at a bus stop. You know what I mean? I've been by
A dude at a bus stop.
I've been to several bus stops and is gray sweatpants,
That's a fact.
jacket that doesn't necessarily match the weather outside.
That's very true.
And a shirt that references only something very, very specific.
Very specific.
You know what I mean?
That's a good shirt. You can put those on the screen real quick, Alex. I don't want to forget about them as we continue to go through. Bad News Buck with the 5 says, "Damn, I'm sorry I'm late. I missed the intro." Is that Mark Backlund?
That is a
That
great
looks
guess.
like one of the Joker's lackeys.
You know what? Yeah, I've beat that dude's ass several times in Arkham
Yes.
City.
Bro, that was a great series, bro.
Absolutely. Come on.
Oh, I always wanted them to make a Superman or Flash or anybody else in the Justice League version of Arkham City because it's just printing money. It's just a great story.
Yeah.
Spider-Man copied it.
Yeah. Problem with a Superman game is like at any point, if you're a player, wouldn't you just be like, I'm gonna fly to space? And it's like you gotta explain why he can't.
I mean, but you can still fly. It's like with Batman, you had missions to do, but you can still fly across Gotham.
Sure, but it's still contained. He's a human person
Yeah, you're right.
with limitations. Superman can do whatever,
I
basically.
would want to go to space.
That's what I'm saying.
But you got to have space missions too.
Maybe there's like some sort of weird barrier on Earth so he can't leave it as part of the story.
Whoa.
You thinking?
We writing too much for free.
We are.
Come on, you don't
That's
do
a
if you're
fact.
good at something, you don't do it for free.
That is a
You're
fact.
cooking. You two boys are in the kitchen.
Don't like the way you say
I don't
boys.
enjoy.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
With that
yeah.
mask, you call a boy? No, sir.
Yeah.
Can we get to the segment that is sweeping the nation before
Oh.
we get to SmackDown and Survivor Series?
Okay, it's you. All right, absolutely. Since you need it, you want it.
I need it.
Let's
bro.
absolutely
the
do
people
it.
need it. They've been asking about it. They've been in the comments.
Yeah,
all
I got
last
people
week.
mad at me that we had an award show last week. People, I couldn't overload the episode. Like, come on now. We got time constraints.
Yeah.
But we don't have such time constraints this week.
Oh,
Because it's time
yes.
for the segment that's sweeping the nation.
Where is my broom?
Ladies and gentlemen, Chris's list.
You just made the list.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Jesus.
I love he keep doing the Batman turn because
Yeah.
he can't see out his peripherals. Riddler. I'm like, someone came up behind Batman and beat the snot out.
Beat the snot.
But anyway, this whole idea of Survivor Series and unlikely pairings and pairings that, you know, were once together and then
Yep.
coming back together and that whole thought made me start thinking about stables, but not in a traditional sense. Not like what are the top 5 greatest stables, top 5 worst stables, top 5 whatever. I'm thinking about multiple stables.
Okay.
Give me the top 5. That's not really a top 5. People who have been in more than one super successful stable.
Ooh.
I'm starting it off.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Triple H. Triple
give
H,
me. All right,
D-Generation X.
Yes, sir.
Evolution.
Yes, sir.
The corporation.
Yeah.
The Authority.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna raise you and throw the little known one, which is the Click.
Well, there's a kayfabe.
I
That's
know,
not a kayfabe stable necessarily, but I'm with you.
Yeah, so
I'm
you
with
got
you.
4 in the game.
I like it.
Yes.
I like it. Well done. Okay.
Triple H.
That's
Go
not
ahead.
the most. There's one I told you before the show that I think is super obvious that most people won't think about, but that's okay.
I got more people on the list. So
Okay,
I'm
Triple
gonna
H
let
is a
y'all
great
go.
one, but
Yeah.
tag off a little bit.
My number one, I used to wrestle his father, Randy Orton.
Okay.
Evolution, Legacy, The Authority, the Wyatt family.
He was in the White family. That's correct.
Oh,
Absolutely.
And he's won championships in every group he's been a part of. So,
Yeah.
you can't go wrong with that young man.
Okay.
I don't know what faces you're making under that mask.
That's the thing.
Which is really, yeah. I don't know. We don't need sound effects.
Yeah,
we
sound
don't
effects.
need biscuit sopping sounds.
Yeah. Don't look at me. You drifted your gaze over this way.
Yeah.
What do you have to say, young man? Stop,
Lord have
man.
mercy.
Look at him.
All right, Triple H. You got Triple H.
Yeah.
Randy
Randy
Orton.
Orton.
That's good. Who else you got on your list?
I'm gonna also hit you with. I want to say Ric Flair first, but I'm gonna say Farouk. Farouk. Nation of Domination.
Okay.
The Ministry, and I was gonna ask if APA counts because yes, it was a team,
Yeah.
but
I wouldn't call him a stable.
okay.
I wouldn't call him a stable.
What would the butt be?
Yeah,
then?
what is the yeah.
Well,
What,
as far as like
as the APA,
they were
because they got hired by several different people.
yeah, it's like so they worked with a lot of different acts.
I hear what you're saying.
Like other tag team groups have never, like for example, let's say War Raiders. War Raiders are just a tag team.
Yeah.
They're not pairing up with other people to do things.
I got
Street
you.
Profits are a tag team. They're not really pairing up with other people.
But even the War
APA
Raiders have a valet, which makes it a third person, which makes it kind of a stable. The way that New Day is kind of a stable, not really a tag team.
New Day is definitely a stable.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but no. I'm going to say no according to the rules. All right. You got another one?
My number two would actually be The Rock.
Okay. Yep.
Nation of Domination.
Yes.
The Bloodline.
Yes.
That's a barely.
What do you mean that's a barely?
That's a barely.
He leads them. They
He's not
main
the-
evented.
He's not the leader. He's never been the leader. He's the final boss.
Yeah, well,
He
that's-
acknowledged Roman.
Yeah, but that's that's like it's the head of a he's in there. He sits there.
No.
They've eaten together.
They've
They've
eaten
eaten
together.
together. You know what?
The
And
corporation.
speaking of Roman Reigns,
Yeah.
Jonathan Cole, that's correct. That's the one. That is the one. Roman Reigns has
I
been
had
in the
him number
bloodline
one.
and in the Shield. Yep,
He's
absolutely.
on the list. Just so you don't think I'm joking.
Okay,
He's
attaboy,
on my phone.
attaboy. Now, I don't think a lot of people equate Roman with the Shield that much anymore.
Well, that's because the bloodline has gotten so massive
100%.
that it makes the Shield look like a starter group.
Yeah,
Yeah.
True enough.
And the Shield is part of the Authority.
Yeah, at one point they were. That's
Yeah.
true. Facts.
Okay.
Oh wait, I had a good one just now. You got more?
Oh, let me think there for a minute.
I'm gonna go X-Pac, Sean Waltman,
Okay.
NWO,
Oh.
NWO.
D-Generation X.
You got to give him, if you're going to do the stable thing that you said for War Raiders, you got to do the stable thing for X-Pac, Kane, and Tori, I believe.
Yeah, but did they have a name even?
No, they're just X-Pac and Kane.
Yeah. They had a because he had X Factor, but we don't talk about X Factor. That thing
Until
was
you said it, I had never heard that name.
yeah. That thing was terrible. You remember X Factor?
Yes.
Randy Constance,
Him,
I'm
Albert,
sorry,
and
what
Just
the
Incredible.
Crow
Yeah.
is on Martin's head. Also, I love you, Solo.
Yeah,
thank you so
Randy.
much for the super chat, Randy.
My next one would be The Big Show.
Okay.
Corporation, NWO, The Union, The Authority, The Unholy.
But Big Show's one of those people that just like throw him in there. He did, you know what I mean? Like it was
Yeah.
never the creative meetings for him had to be the worst things. Paul Heyman got this man over in a tank top
Yes.
and jeans as the world champion on SmackDown,
Yep.
and just by being like, you know what, he's bigger than everyone else.
Yep.
Yeah.
No one can. You can't beat him in a one-on-one fight.
Nope.
And that's how he was booked, and he was great. Always, it's like, who's going to go down first? It's always Big Show, man. Justice for Big Show, man.
Justice for Big Show.
Absolutely.
Let's get straight to it, man.
Let's do it.
Survivor Series.
Oh, he's skipping SmackDown?
They skipped SmackDown.
Oh.
You want to talk about SmackDown? I'll tell you the only thing that happened on SmackDown that was worth talking about was the promo between CM Punk and Roman Reigns, which was trash. I expected so much more.
I did too. I thought Punk, they're not letting Punk really like cook against Roman like that.
They let him cook against Seth and Drew,
right?
But not Roman.
Maybe they're saving it for something.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think they're building that to a live
See that
thing, yeah.
So all right, so
also Meechin won. Mia Yim. She moved on into the US title tournament.
So now we're looking at Bayley, Meechin,
possibly either Naomi or
that's on this side.
Yes. Bayley, Meechin, Chelsea Green.
Yes. So now we're waiting to see if Naomi wins her match.
Yeah.
This coming Friday. With that, look at the Survivor Series. The crowd was trash, bro.
Yeah.
The crowd was weaker than a dollar store condom, boy.
Now, was that because Triple H said something about that on the after show, but he said that everyone who came back into the locker room said how great it was.
No, he said everybody came back and said that crowd unbelievable.
Yeah. Well,
that could be either way. Unbelievable.
I don't know if they would say it as a pejorative, but so I don't know if it was just the broadcast didn't hit us the right kind of way. But then again, when they were like doing the soccer chants, those were loud.
The soccer chants were loud, but you got to think about the meters that they had. They took that sound meter away.
Yeah.
They put it up one time and they took it away because I'm like, this crowd was trash. You could even see the audience not jumping up or not really being energetic. And it was like, yo, we're giving y'all this. We could have took this back over to Italy.
Yeah.
Or back to Berlin. They really appreciate WWE.
They do.
Whereas like Canada as a whole, I feel like, while I love the Canadians, I feel like a lot of the Canadian crowds are jaded.
Yeah,
sure. They've gotten so many events.
Yeah.
And they're going to get more as I think Elimination Chamber is there or something.
Yeah, they said Elimination Chamber in Toronto also.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they tend to go harder when the focus is on Canadian wrestlers.
Yes.
And Sammy was a part of the main event, but he wasn't like when they were in Montreal, you know what I mean? Against Roman, like it was insane.
Yes.
Utterly insane. So I think that kind of Homer thing plays heavily into Canadian crowds.
Absolutely.
You know what I think would have helped that I normally wouldn't have considered, but if they had a host for this one, like a Trish Stratus or a Bret Hart.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Bret Hart would have been incredible.
Yeah, he would have helped it out a lot.
Could he?
I mean, he just has to introduce the show, and
but he's not the most energetic person at this stage in his life.
Ready for
War
games?
Goldberg sucks. You know what I mean? It's like now, dude, I'd give Bret all the money in the world to be the host and get speared by Goldberg. Imagine the heat.
That's a lot of.
Imagine the crowd.
That's a lot of.
Goldberg heel turn right into his retirement.
I mean, whatever.
Yeah,
whatever. It'd be an unbelievable moment.
I'm gonna tell you something else is unbelievable, man. These super chats are unbelievable.
Yes,
Bingo
sir.
Trip 999 says Martin is an undead Red Baron Von Ratsky.
Yeah.
I love you, Solo. Dog walk your ass.
Absolutely. Thank you
so much,
Domingo.
Domingo Trip. You guys are the freaking best. Is that 348 people in here?
That's what I'm saying. Look at y'all.
Bell ringers. Matter of fact, if you are watching live, thank you. If you're watching the replay, thank you again. Put your bells emojis in the chat. Tell us where you're watching from.
Yes.
And tell us your favorite moment of the show. You go ahead and hit that one. Kim Gilmore, the GOAT, before the bell for life. I just re-listened to the episode with Cleo. He was 100% right on them only putting Punk in the antic matches. Seriously, though, who the hell is Martin this week?
I told you, I'm the socket wrench.
Is this a real wrestler?
Absolutely not. This is an original.
You came in with a creative player?
Yeah.
Somebody you've been playing with since WrestleMania 2000? That you keep updating?
This is a man who was on a trip.
Yep.
Did not have a lot of time to figure out what he was going to do this week.
You know what that makes me think? You were on the trip.
That's right.
You were performing in Minneapolis.
This was with
Why
him.
was this mask with you?
Yeah.
Why did you have this mask?
You never know. Because you never know.
You never. What are you,
know what
into,
I mean? It's like
brother?
picnic. It's like picnic blankets. You just have them because you never know. So I keep weird rubber masks.
You a freak, boy.
And he wonders why. Yeah, he wonders why I have this opinion of him. You know what I'm saying?
To keep a mask on deck is outrageous, bro.
Absolutely.
What are you into is such a crazy.
Oh no!
Outrageous. Go ahead, Alex.
Maddie, are you okay?
Tyrone Hampton, $9.99. God forbid Martin passes out. Which one of y'all knows CPR?
I
Round of
am
applause.
not touching these lips if he passes out.
You know what's funny? I always thought if I had to give CPR to somebody, and it's a man, like I thought about this. I said, if it's a man, I gotta give CPR. I'm gonna do the chest thing, and then when it comes like to over his mouth, you gotta make a funnel with your hand.
It?
I got a shotgun, and then hopefully he gets there.
That's so ridiculous. You're saving his life.
I'm not going mouth to mouth, bro. Reggie Coleman, $9.99 says Martin couldn't get that gold dust paint off, but don't want y'all to see it.
I do love the idea of CT being the first person to say pause after saving a man.
Yeah, I thought about that. Yeah. Pause, yo.
Because my hand still didn't touch his mouth.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's too much.
That's too much, boy. I can't do it.
If he dies, he dies.
I would save y'all, though. I'm still not going mouth to mouth, but I would save y'all.
All right. Good to know.
Just because y'all know, because this is people I wouldn't say their life. I'd be like, hey, somebody down over there, bro.
Hey, y'all don't tell nobody.
Women's War Games match.
Yes.
Yeah.
We get the immediate shout out from Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley with the B4B on the mask.
What else could it mean? Only one thing.
Only one thing. It started off clunky.
Yes.
And then the match got really fluid and cool and had a lot of great spots.
Yeah.
EO jumping off with the trash can and a moonsault.
Yes.
I was going to go ahead.
And we keep forgetting Tiffany Stratton also jumped off on the other side.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes. But I think one thing that's holding...
Hold tight, Martin. This mask. You got to take the mask off, man.
We can't really hear you.
I can't, man.
I'll take it off for $10.
All right. You know what? That's fair.
All right, $10.
That's fair. $10 super chat. Get this man's
He will
mask
take the
off.
mask off for us.
See, I was going to give EO her flowers for this match.
Okay.
When she tagged in, that's when it really got started. She
Touché.
came in with the energy. She came in actually swinging the weapons.
Yeah.
Because, boy, Naya, you stronger than that, girl. I mean, what are those chair shots? I mean, what are...
She gave the Hogan's.
Yeah, the little tinks. You heard the sound of that.
It wasn't for you.
It was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What do you think? Like, who would think those hurt? Come on now.
But the way she was swinging, I was like, oh, she's about to bash someone's head in. So then I think she pivoted because she was trying to be safe. And
well, look, friend of the show that we know, we don't need to say his name. He's worked with Naya before. He's trained with her. Yeah. And he said as much to us that she's so strong and powerful that she gets nervous in the ring because she doesn't want to hurt people.
That makes sense.
So she's always kind of holding back. But it's like, baby girl, when you got the weapon,
you got to do it.
You got to deliver.
Yeah. King Rome, $9.99, super kick with the bad leg and taking a splash through a table.
That's right.
Pay Jacob Fatu time and a half.
Absolutely.
Round of applause for you. Thank you. Marshawn Curtis with the $10. Barton looks like if the Zodiac Killer got colon cancer. Now take that off.
There you go. Thank you.
JP runs this $10, says, take that silly ass mask off, man. Salute to the bell ringers.
Absolutely. Thank you for
so
saving
much.
us super chat.
DJ C, do you think the women's War Games match, they should have chilled a little bit on every one of them trying to bring something in from under the ring? Great perspective. I do agree with that. It did get a little spammy with people just going under the ring once they got released from the cage.
Absolutely.
So I agree. With that,
I was gonna say this.
Yeah.
And maybe y'all agree with me. This shouldn't have been a War Games match.
What do you think it should have been?
5-on-5. Traditional,
yes,
5-on-5 Survivor Series match.
Burn. Where do you get your ingredients?
Come on, man.
All you do is cook, man. I don't know when you get out of the kitchen.
Hey, listen.
I've been asking for a traditional. How long have I been asking for?
Yeah.
it?
Saying it for a while. I've been
Dude,
saying it
because
for
I
years.
love war games.
Yes.
But also give me a traditional 5-on-5.
Yeah, just-
That's what
just one or
Survivor
two.
Series means to me.
Yeah.
Especially since the whole thing is like they're holding off on Hell in a Cell because
Yes.
they want to make it more special. Hold off on War Games.
Yeah.
The Bloodline versus Bloodline needs a
That
War
was
Game
the
match.
match.
The women were just like, we all kind of mad at each other, but we
Yeah.
have no cohesiveness here.
Yeah.
That's a perfect recipe for 5-on-5.
It would have been a great 5-on-5.
And then the sole survivors are easily Liv and Rhea.
Yeah.
Or
Mm-hmm.
the sole survivors are Team Liv
Mm-hmm.
and Rhea and or Bianca have to get through
Yeah.
more numbers.
Absolutely.
We had another super chat from Domingo Trip 999 thinking that Martin is still Boogie Whoopi under there's a diabolical boogeyman Whoopi Goldberg hybrid. Okay. Got it. He explained it.
Did he just make up a person?
Yeah, just like you did.
He
fool.
did.
What do you mean? Who's out here making up characters that nobody knows? You, homie.
You. We got another super chat from Kim Gilmore, the GOAT. $10 to take off that damn mask.
Yes.
And an extra 10 so Martin's ass could be on time with the takedown. Also hate when they jump off stuff, always making people come together and the spot makes it look like it's fake. Yo, touche. First of all, round of applause for Kim Gilmore. Get out of my mind, Kim. You're absolutely right. Because when, we all know why they group around to catch you and safely.
100%.
But the longer you wait to jump off something, the more phony it'll
they got to
look.
make up stuff to do to like be there. Cornette talks about that all the time. It's like he hates that spot.
The only time it works is when it's like someone's tag partner holding them. Like, I'll take that hit. But that was something I was gonna say, with the thing that was on my face. They have to limit I think there should be at least one War Games match with no weapons because I think that is over.
Okay,
that's overkilled it.
Yeah.
And now the emphasis isn't on the match or the wrestling. It's okay. What are they gonna bring in next?
What's the weapon?
Yeah.
We have a new United States champion, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen.
Absolutely.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yep.
Skywalker is what they call him on the low. That boy. I was like, it's the only thing that made sense because the match was shoehorned.
Yeah.
It came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
They gave Shinsuke a match on SmackDown to show you, all right, he's gonna win, or let's just have him see him in action since we haven't so long. And then he beats LA Knight clean for the title. No missed, no weapons, no chicanery.
Yeah.
Incredible.
But that's the whole thing with Shinsuke. Like, he has the kind of offense where you just have to sell him as dangerous.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, that's really it. Like, if he hits you the right way, kicks you the right way, it just knock you out. And use his real life background in MMA where he had a decent record. Use his background in Japan, like where he was the ace of New Japan Pro Wrestling. Like, use all that to like sell him that at any given time he can just kick your face off, which he can in real life. You know what I mean? So it made sense to me. Plus, LA Knight's run, it's kind of reached its zenith.
It did. It reached a point where it's like, all right, what happens for him now?
Right.
Incredible Jones 999 says, I think the best Survivor Series will win this. NXT was involved and it made the build up bigger. I agree as far as it was a big event. However, I don't think they handled the events properly.
Yeah.
Like, if anything, 5-on-5 bam.
Yeah.
But it wasn't as smooth. And that's still when Vince was in charge. So it felt like Triple H came up with this great idea and Vince is like, well, we can do it if it's like this. And it's like,
well, because it ended up being Brock Lesnar beating the hell out of Team NXT. Like, he had a moment with Keith Lee where it was like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? And it was like kind of cool, but they didn't do anything with it.
Yeah.
So it was like,
well, I think Brock, that was the Rumble.
That was the Rumble, but they were also in that match together too, but they didn't.
Wait, Brock was Team Raw?
I believe so.
Oh, okay.
I believe so. I don't know. The Martism may know better than me.
I might have to investigate that one. I feel like that was the one that was like Drew McIntyre. I'm not gonna try to do that right now.
KW for $10.
Man, I'm so glad you took off that I'm falling and I can't get up mask. I'm glad I finally got to catch you guys live from Germany. I think the energy was off because of how the women's war games started. Yo, we also said that because Burns and I watched it together. Wish you were there, Martin. We always love having you around. Thank you so much for that super chat, fam, and for watching from Germany.
Yes, indeed.
We agreed that that's probably why the energy was off because the clunkiness in the very beginning of the match.
Yeah, but imagine if it was a 5-on-5, then that wouldn't.
Oh man.
it would have been perfect. Because then it's like, yeah, with the eliminations and Nia could have been the hoss. You know what I mean? Like it just would have flowed so much better.
Can y'all ask that too? Because you remember I got to do the joint. So
Okay, yeah.
Please ask if next year we can get at least one traditional 5-on-5. In addition to, you're not going to ask. I already see it. Look at your faces.
Hey, you other podcasts will be watching. Don't be stealing our question, all right? Like
Good point.
Just gave that away for free.
Other podcasts be watching, but you know what's funny? When we watch the post show, the interviewers be asking some trash questions.
Terrible questions.
And the stuff that was already asked.
When they asked CM Punk, like, what do you think of Roman Reigns' meteoric rise? I was like, that's you.
You had one opportunity with this man.
They gave you the last question, bro.
Yeah.
The last one.
What you think of Roman?
Oh.
I'll give you another one that got me. They're like, yeah, so EO, when you have your match, you gonna have somebody come out, you gonna have one of these girls come out with you?
Yeah.
And she was like, well, I'm in damage control. So, I understand that. I'm just
literal
saying.
member of a stable.
Yeah. It was so stupid. So they asked these dumb questions,
Terrible
and I know
questions.
that's not going to be us because we have great
Can't
questions.
be us.
But I need y'all to ask that question for me
I
because
got you.
need it back.
I need it.
Yeah.
Man, that's when you think of Survivor Series, even to this day, that's what you think of. Traditional elimination matches. And like, even while we were watching War Games, you said, dang, why can't this be elimination? And I was like, well, because they need to sell that it's the brutality that it doesn't start until they're all in there, all that. But
And that makes sense. But as long as give me a War Games match and give me elimination. So that means after everybody been beating each other up, and now the bell's rung, now start eliminating people one by one. Because I'll tell you what it does visually. When you look at a War Games match and you see, like last night with the men's War Games match, everybody spamming their finishers on Solo.
Yep.
His whole squad is still over there in the corner.
yeah.
Living. Not eliminated.
Well, you ain't do nothing when they all jumped on. Sammy kicked me in the face, Roman. Y'all just laying down the job.
Everybody.
Bronson's like, look at my ankles, man.
Yeah, I know, dude.
What do you want me to do?
Listen, he mangled his own feet.
Yeah.
Jumping off the top rope.
And that spot was beautiful.
Turn down, boy.
And I'll tell you this, the time off that he has, it's not going to stunt his rise at all. He's on fire, bro.
Absolutely. I mean, that's he became a made man.
He's made.
You know what I'm saying? With that spot, just made man.
Yeah. And hopefully it's not going to be like a long injury because he's really been doing a lot of great work.
Couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Also, he doesn't have to have matches that are super competitive.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? He can come back and just squash a few people. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's Bronson Reed. At this point, it's not like they're just trying to get him over. It just he's just that dangerous.
You know, I'd move him to SmackDown and have Tonga Loa just like wheel him out and just to be with the group.
You know what? He could be entertaining that way. He really could.
Did you see what Tonga Loa? So we're in the house, bro. We got him a new nickname.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know we've been calling him Bachaloa.
Yes.
Yeah.
When he's about to come out the cage and he's like, and it was Jacob. When it was actually his turn, we started calling him Big Botch.
Big Botch.
Big Botch.
Not the small one.
Not the little one.
We're going to get y'all.
Kim Gilmore with $10 says, I feel like the Canadian crowd hasn't been the same since Brett and Sean made up. Finn effing Balor need to get got at this point. Pissed me off.
Man,
round of applause.
absolutely. No, I enjoyed the Finn Balor Black Air Force energy.
Yeah.
This is over when I say it's over.
Yeah.
Do you understand me? You ain't just gonna be winning world titles out here.
No.
You know what I mean? After you done beat me and my boy's ass. That ain't happening. No.
As someone who is petty,
Yeah.
I understand fully. I'm like, you'll never get up.
No.
There's not going to be something that's going to make you more money
Listen.
off of me.
Yeah. No, you getting the pack out it's on site every time. Every single time.
You're not
GNX.
about to get the... Y'all are great.
Yeah.
Y'all are great,
Finn
bro.
is right.
Yeah.
Finn is right.
He was shading the whole stable when he was the world champion.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah, like bro.
What was Dom, bro? Dom, Kickface 989 says Solo stood there for 10 minutes taking each finish, and everyone else is napping. LOL. Thank you so much.
If I was Solo, everyone would get a talking to,
That's a fact.
a dressing down, if you will.
Yeah. My question is, let's go back. Also, Braun Breaker retained the Intercontinental title.
Man.
Great match.
Amazing. That was match of the night.
That was match of the night. Ludwig Kaiser is firmly in the Intercontinental title picture.
He shook off Imperium.
Yes, he's his own man. But now it makes me wonder, do we even need to still call it Imperium? Because they're just a tag team at this point. And not even a tag team.
I don't even think so.
That's just his boy.
That's friends. That's a homie.
That's my dude. We travel together. He comes out.
Yeah, but I love Ludwig Kaiser. I love the match. Sheamus at this point, even if he gets the title, let it be for 2 weeks, just so he can have it on his career mode and then just go on.
You think they give it to him at Mania?
You know what they did? They did that to Zack Ryder and took it away the next night.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
Yeah.
No, and I'll say, like, watching this pay-per-view too, there were a lot of matches where I was like, I'm fine with them holding off till Mania for this title to change, right?
Yeah.
Gunther's title, tag titles. I think
Which ones?
SmackDown. I feel like that would be a better time for Street Profits to win the tag titles.
At Mania?
Yes.
It is December 1st.
What is bigger? What is a better moment?
Yeah. And have they ever had a Mania moment? Ever?
No. They had their Mania matches, but they didn't win.
Right.
No, I mean, they won.
They
didn't win the titles.
Yeah, they never won I think they retained the titles one year, and that was about it. But I was like pandemic era.
Give them a moment.
You know what I want? I'd rather, and follow me. Follow me with this. I'd rather the Profits win at either Saturday Night Main Event or Royal Rumble. And then, nope, I'll take that back. I'd rather they win at Saturday Night Main Event, lose at Rumble, and Tez be the one to take the United States title off of Shinsuke at Mania. That's what I want. And I'd love for Dawkins to go to Raw and take the IC title off of Braun Breaker.
You just do that a little extra.
I mean, I got to show love.
That's like
that was very kind of you.
Got to show love.
I was like, everybody's on board and like, wait a minute, wait. This bus took a stop that I did not. Hey, because we from.
Yeah.
Go along, man.
You're right.
Yeah, too much.
Do you owe him money?
Yeah. Let's. If you gave me that pitch, we in a writing room, it's like, let's trim.
Well, you know
just
what it is?
a little bit.
I think Dawkins.
We can't have that much black.
Yeah, dear Lord.
I think Dawkins is just such a powerhouse,
Yeah.
and he's someone that I want him to get bigger. I don't want him to continue getting smaller. I want yoked Dawkins so he can do these power moves and just really start serving people up. Tez is an all-arounder. He can do every single thing. And that's why I love seeing the singles match so much the SmackDown before last. But Shinsuke now needs a credible babyface to take that title off of him because he's going to elevate that title so much. Yeah. And LA Knight chasing it is going to be great because he doesn't need it anymore. We finally got him a title.
You think we could give Shinsuke some minions?
Who would they be?
I don't know.
Jimmy Wang Yang.
What?
Jimmy.
Is that a comedian?
No, that's Jimmy. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad. I was like, wait a minute.
You don't remember Jimmy Wang Yang, the Japanese cowboy?
Oh yeah, sort of. I don't gotta be all Asian.
No.
Why are you like WWE creative? Like, let's just put all the Latins together, LWO, let's put all the blacks together. They're like, what?
All right, and I give them American Alpha.
You gonna take them away from? Oh, you talking about Otis?
Otis. Yeah. Otis,
yeah.
Maxine, and Tozawa.
Okay.
You can put that up, Alex. Jonathan Cole with 499 says, nothing pissed me off more than CM Punk cleaning house with that damn toolbox. Shout out to Jacob. I'm so glad you said that because Jacob, if it wasn't apparent before, Jacob is a star.
Yes.
The crowd, that dead crowd popped for him.
Yes. Yeah.
And he got in there and he sold everything. Even when it seemed like he hurt his quad, no pun intended, he still got over to do the spot with the table. And Jimmy Uso, Big Jim, not the little one.
Yeah. Jimmy was surprised at the corkscrew that he did. He nailed it and was like, damn. They were supposed to catch me.
Yeah. I love seeing it because Jimmy Uso, for all intents and purposes, Jimmy Uso's, he's always had that momentum and something stopped it.
Yeah.
And he was on fire last night. He was in rare form, broke his toe. Hopefully that doesn't stop anything. He doesn't need to be out at all.
I mean, he does do a lot of kicks, so I guess.
Well, he can switch legs.
Right.
You
You
know
still
what I
got a
mean?
plan
You
on
still
one of
gotta-
them. Yeah. It's not great. It's
Yeah.
not a great injury to throw kicks.
I'm really excited. Let me tell you what I'm really excited about, Bell Ringers. I'm so excited. I'm not ending the show. I'm just telling you I'm really excited to get to this post show because I'm really
Oh,
angry.
Lord have mercy.
I'm really angry
Yeet.
and I need to talk about it. But aside from that, how was your shows, man?
They're great, man. Shout out to Comedy Corner Underground in Minneapolis. Everyone who came through, really appreciate it. The 10 o'clock crowd, pretty rowdy.
Friday or Saturday?
Saturday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were a wild bunch, man. They're very, very. I had to like go into teacher mode at one point, man. But
Ooh-wee.
yeah, but it was fun, man.
If you can hear my voice, raise your hand like this.
Literally, I was like, "Hey," I had to do that at one point.
Lord have mercy.
Some dude tried to give me mushrooms at one time. Man.
Was it a bar or a comedy club?
It's a bar upstairs and downstairs is a comedy club.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of schools,
Yep.
did you guys enjoy the NCAA football intros of the main
Yes.
event
Yo.
wrestlers?
Yes.
Tsunami State
Come
is the
on.
number one. Well, no, number one.
No Yeet University.
No, NYU.
NYU.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
You know what? I would get some jerseys. From
I
that.
was literally about
Yeah.
to say,
Yeah.
WWE, if you do not do merch,
Yeah.
Fear of God is doing this whole thing where they got merch where it says Fear of God State, Fear of God A&M, blah, blah,
Mhm.
blah. WWE, if you do not do the same with NYU,
NYU.
No Yeet University,
Yeah.
Tsunami State, and some of them other ones that was said, you're leaving money on the table.
NYU, No Yeet
I
University.
loved that.
Yeah. That was
Absolutely loved it.
genius idea.
It was,
Mhm.
bro.
Apparently the women did it too, but what were we doing?
I didn't see it.
I
No,
didn't
think,
see it.
yeah, I think it was like an extended cut, but you know,
Yeah,
that-
I saw it later, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh wait, I didn't. Did that happen on the broadcast?"
yeah, it
Yeah, I
couldn't have
didn't
been
see
as
that.
good.
Yeah.
Technical errors in the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's why they didn't show it. Oh, got it.
Oh,
That
got
makes
it.
sense.
Okay, because they went right to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that New Day and Kofi thing is cooking like baked clams.
Can't wait.
And the catfish is delicious, boy.
So what are our, without any spoilers?
Yeah.
What would be our predictions for what you want to happen and what you think might happen? And
For a New Day.
for New Day.
Oh, okay.
You go first, Burns, since you stay with a skillet and a damn spatula.
Well, that's what's so amazing about this story. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what I want to happen.
I didn't expect what happened on Raw to happen.
Exactly
Yeah.
right. I don't want them to separate,
Oh, I need them
No.
to separate.
but I could be there for it.
Mhm.
I could be there for them staying together. I could be there for Big E returning.
Yeah.
I could be there for Big E not returning. It's like either way, whatever direction they go, I'm here for it. I'm just happy something's happening with them, really.
Same,
Yeah.
because they haven't had a storyline in a long
No,
time.
it's been
Here's
a
my
while.
pitch. My pitch is Xavier and Kofi come out, they get brought out to celebrate. Everybody's like, da 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 da. They come out real melancholy. And then they start voicing more of their concerns. And right when they're about to fight, Big E comes out.
Like Jonathan Majors when he broke up that fake fight.
What
with,
fake fight?
Oh, hilarious.
with them like Mexican teenagers, and he was like, "Stop!"
Yeah.
He had a little Newsies cap on. You don't remember
This
that?
is a real video?
Yeah, he came out. Bro, he came out like Michael Jackson in the Beat It video. He just, one hand here, one hand here. I'm surprised they didn't start. Yeah, it was crazy.
Number one, move that hand a little higher next time.
You're right. I'm trying to get a mic space.
That was wild.
Wild.
How long ago was this?
This was like during the trial.
Yeah, this is
stuff.
like, dude, he's trying to like
Oh,
pump up his
got it.
image while he
Send
was
me
on
that,
trial.
bro. Because
Yeah.
I know you know where to find it.
Yeah. No, it's hilarious.
Wait,
It's
why
hilarious.
do I just have access to?
You the internet guy,
You
bro. You be on the
are-
dark web. dog,
Listen,
for
man.
sure.
If you don't
That's
know,
not even a dark web video.
I didn't say it was.
and how would you know what is and what isn't
Exactly
a dark web
right.
video?
See? Milkman.
Bro, just be glad
Like
Martin is
callback.
on our side, bro.
That's how I
thank
feel
God
all the time.
every day. You know how I know? I'm gonna say it in the post show.
Mhm.
I knew I was glad that you were on our side when you said the term IP address.
Yes.
I was like, oh baby.
Oh no, this is a diabolical like.
God
Absolute-
bless Mighty Myro.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
and then I want Big E to come out and I want him to really voice his concerns and say how they should be celebrating and then announce to us if he's back or not.
Mm.
That's what I want to happen. And or Xavier and Kofi fight. Because this is the rawest we've ever seen Kofi, even during Kofi Mania.
Yeah. I'd be heartbroken to see him fight.
Yeah.
These are the only two wrestlers I could ever think of in my life of watching it that I do not want to see them fight. And I know that it's kayfabe. You know what I mean?
I just want Xavier
that.
to win a title, bro. He deserves a singles
Which
run.
one?
Yeah.
IC.
Okay.
He beats Braun or just give him the belt at some point?
The one. I hate you because
You know what I
asked that.
Come on.
I feel like the way Xavier's been cooking
Uh-huh.
and slow burning this heel turn, he becomes a believable, credible threat to Braun Breaker this way.
Okay.
If it's not Braun Breaker, then he would have to do it as a face from Ludwig Kaiser.
Okay. That's not terrible.
I would see it more because what are the boys? Judgment Day, since they beat Viking Raiders, that knocked them out of contention. I would hope to see that Big E's able to help them reconcile, and then they are the ones who beat Judgment Day for the tag titles.
But then that doesn't. Yes.
When was the last time they were tag champions on the main roster?
No, I'm not. I'm not taking that away from you. I'm saying that still does the things that Kofi and Xavier said to each other can't be taken back.
Yeah.
And one thing that Kofi said to Xavier was, "You've never won a title on your own because you're not good enough, and that's not my fault." So to say that, and then for them to go win tag titles and nothing be resolved, and we're just happy-go-lucky again, doesn't push the story forward or invalidate what was said. That's all I'm saying.
Is there a world where Wyatt 6 gets involved here?
For
their whole thing is you do not turn your back on family.
Right.
And they keep attacking people who have.
Yes.
The New Day separating feels like that would be on their radar.
They would go after Xavier.
Yeah. Well, maybe both of them.
Yeah.
I don't know if they did go after both of them.
Yeah.
Is that the thing that brings them back together?
Could be.
Ooh.
I see a place where the Usos might be involved in the segment as their greatest rivals.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could see something there.
They are their greatest rivals, though.
Yeah, 100%.
Which is crazy to have two guys be the greatest rival for three dudes.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But those matches was,
they were
all-timers.
The rap battle.
All-timers, yeah. That's what I'm saying. There's just too many pods. I'd have to really think about what I would do.
And that's why it's such an exciting time to be a wrestling fan, because you get these things. Now let's get to Punk and Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
There were so many moments during that War Games match where they were in that cell. And you posted this in your story.
Yeah.
Where you said two divorced parents watching their kids play.
Open Christmas gifts. Yeah.
So
they stood there like that on purpose, for sure, for the meme ability. Absolutely.
Yeah. So now, what's the favor? Is it really, because this is when I started to think, is it even really a favor when Punk hugged Heyman at the end of the match?
Yeah.
And he's like, when I call, just return that favor. And I was like, what is it going to be? Is it going to be maybe when he fights Roman down the line, he helps him win? Is it going to be Punk saying, I need you, compared to Roman needed you, and you got to come for me because I did you that favor? Or is it something to where he makes Paul betray Roman at the worst possible time?
I feel like this is not going to pay off for a while.
Okay.
I think we're going to be waiting on this. I can see a world where Roman re-wins the title, and that's when we get to Roman Punk, because that's the favor.
Okay.
It's like, I know at some point he's getting his belt back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't staying with Cody forever.
No.
Right.
It's got to go back on Roman. So guess what? When the day comes, you know what I mean? I got to be first in line.
Would you mind Kevin Owens taking the title off of Cody at Saturday Night Main Event?
I feel like he should. I want him to, even if it's just for a little bit.
That is spicy.
Yeah, I think KO, he's more than proven his worth.
He has proven his worth. He's never won the WWE title.
That's fact.
He's only won the United States title,
the Universal,
IC,
and
IC,
tag
and that's it,
and NXT title. But yeah,
pish posh, pish off.
Nothing like debuting and beating John Cena as the NXT title champion. That was never.
But so I would love him to win the title.
Yeah,
because Cody's direction through Mania is only contingent on him being champion. He's got to fight The Rock at some point, but he can fight The Rock at Royal Rumble. He can fight The Rock at
SummerSlam.
SummerSlam.
Yeah,
Rock ain't doing that.
You
Are
know,
you crazy? Y'all think Rock is like wrestling at a? You think he's? Come on, bro.
how many more WrestleManias does The Rock have?
4.
As many as
think.
as many as he
looks
feels
great.
like he could do. Yeah.
All right.
He moved better than I ever would have thought.
Yeah.
He was moving at 40.
He looked better at WrestleMania 40 than he did at WrestleMania
28.
28.
Yeah, 27. Yeah, 27.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, go ahead, get that little, that little hurt no more shot. Get the cortisone shot.
Hurt
And go
no
to work.
more.
You know what it is? Football players get carted out and
Like-
they come back in the fourth quarter.
Wait, from like NFL Blitz or what was that? when they be like, do you want to take this shot to keep your player?
Bro.
Dude, if I was that age and I'm like doing a full match, you better believe I ain't feeling nothing. I'm gonna be numb from head to toe.
I want that game back. That was my favorite football game ever,
NFL
bro.
Blitz?
NFL
Yeah, you
Blitz.
could do
That's
cocaine. in it.
hilarious.
You
That was
could
crazy.
Jeez,
wait
could
a
you?
minute.
Yeah, like you do drugs and
What version did you have?
the Dreamcast version.
Oh,
All
right.
right.
Drugs.
It's Dreamcast. I was on a different system.
yeah.
In closing, so Punk, Roman, the different spots during the match
Yes.
where Punk wasn't getting helped up by Roman.
Yeah.
And then Punk came in at the last second
Lord have
Yes.
mercy.
and pulled him off that table. That could have been so bad.
Yeah.
You saw Roman sit his ass up. He was like, if he don't make it in time, we ain't risking this. 'Cause that was the first time I saw a table break into threes.
Yeah.
It usually breaks in half.
Yeah.
The middle part went with him to the ground. The other two slid off to the side. I'm
Yeah.
like, yo,
Shattered.
it would have decimated anyone on that table.
That's the truth, bro. That was a spot.
Absolutely.
That was a spot.
Ask Bronson Reed's ankles.
Yeah, boy.
They are not doing well this morning.
They are not,
They're
man.
iced.
Yeah, you believe that.
It was a great men's match. I'm glad that headlined the event.
Yeah.
5 matches. Everybody got a chance to breathe. It was
Mhm.
good. Final thoughts on where do the women go now in their angles? When is this Liv and Rhea thing gonna be done?
I wish it was already done.
Yeah,
You know what I
hopefully
mean?
so.
But the more interesting thing is that EO is the number one contender.
Yeah, well, EO is the first number 1 contender.
Yeah.
But Rhea is the second because she still pinned the champion.
I'd almost do Rhea as a Drew McIntyre type, where it's like, you knew that this should be mine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With EO.
Mhm.
Where it's like, yeah, we was partners in War Game and all that other stuff, but like, get out of the way. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm supposed to be the champion, but EO won't back down, and that causes tension between the two of them. That's probably where I would go.
I love that. Now, we all believe, and I realize we said this everywhere except on the show, we all believe that Naomi is the one who took out Jade.
Yeah.
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 Naomi took out Jade, boy. That's the only explanation. You start looking at her behaviors.
Mhm.
Sis, they won't let us in the hospital. What's going on? It's like, hey, why you doing that?
Yeah,
also, happy birthday to Trinity.
Facts.
But
Yeah.
that's a very interesting scenario. And the dark horse is what if it was actually Bianca?
Mm.
But see, Bianca, here's why I don't think it's her. She had that match while Jade was knocked out. So
You're
yeah,
right.
Yeah. So I don't think it's Bianca. There was something I read where maybe Jade faked it to pull one, but I was like, that seems like a weird theory. But I did like a theory of where Naomi got Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson to
Mm.
help her take out Jade
I like that.
Cargill. And that'll be like a new faction over there.
And they need that. That would be a
Yeah.
great faction for Naomi, Lash Legend, and Jakara. That would be a great 3, and it would give Naomi the chance to lead. And then down the line, Lash Legend's gonna turn on Naomi, feud, bam, superstar. That's for the women. Now, Tiffy's not cashing in. I'm starting to get a little annoyed.
That was a great spot, though.
It was a perfect
Yeah.
spot.
We had talked about it too. It was like, oh, she didn't bring a briefcase. And I was like, what if it's under the ring or something like that? But it was in the garbage
in
can.
the garbage can.
Very well done. The back and forth between her and EO,
Yeah.
anything you can do, I can do better, was great. I mean, Tiffany's a star.
Yeah.
She's an absolute star. Look, we run out of time.
Yeah.
So it's coming soon. It's got to be coming soon.
Yeah. That's that. I think Damian Priest doesn't really have direction outside of Gunther.
Yeah.
You could go back to the Finn thing, but it's like he needs something. He needs a meaningful feud outside of Gunther.
You know who it should be?
Who?
My boy Penta. His contract is up in AEW. I think you might have said it
In the text thread. I
in the
said,
text thread of a Penta Damian Priest blood feud.
I'd be all into that.
Is Penta Latino?
Yes. What do you think he was?
Pentagon Jr.
Going right back to that booking, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
You the same race? You fight him.
Well,
That's how
Damian
it's
Priest
going.
is Puerto Rican. Pence is Mexican.
but they also like favor each other in a way. Like their gear is similar. There's like they're both dark Latins.
We got to get out of here.
I don't mean skin
We
tone. I mean
gotta-
like they're both like have this like evil, I don't know, whatever thing going on.
Speaking of
Dark
evil, y'all about to see, y'all about to witness CT's heel turn on this episode of The Takedown. Martin's too. The only person who's apparently staying face is Burns, and that's out of control. Since you are the heel of this entire show, that's wild. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen,
I didn't know I was the heel.
The Takedown episode today, directly following this show, we'll discuss some things that you guys have always been asking. You've been wanting to know in the comments, and we've been extremely cool about. We have been extremely kind and respectful, but no more. And that is going to happen on after show. If you're not subscribed, you want to get subscribed right now. Patreon.com/BeforeTheBell podcast. That's the only place that it's going to happen.
In fact, I'm going to post it today. I usually wait till Monday. I'm going to post it today.
Yeah, and we got the other piece of content that we would like to give you guys, the interview. Outside of that, that is happening. And the reason it's happening is because you guys have supported us since day one. And a lot of you guys have just come on board, and you deserve to know what's happening and all the blessings that we're getting. And it's because of you guys. We can thank you. We can't thank you enough. Mighty Morrow, what's coming up for you, man?
Man, I got some shows in LA. So if you're in the LA area, just follow me on Instagram. I post all my stuff there. So Venice this week, plenty of other stuff, man. So, come check out your boy.
396. I think it's almost 400.
Yeah.
Burns, what's coming up for you, man? What do you want to tell the people?
Some cool stuff in the pipeline, man, career-wise. So it should be everybody will be finding out soon, hopefully enough. So just keep following me at the.darkitect. All you guys hit me up to talk shirts, to talk wrestling stuff. That's the place to do it. Usually if you ask me over wrestling stuff on Chris_please, I just ain't gonna say nothing. So let's keep that train rolling. I appreciate y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, you guys have already been doing us a huge amount of favors by the super chats. Thank you for everybody who's donated the super chat. You have no idea how much that helps us. Kim Gilmore, $10 says, "Thank you, Martin. We'll be waiting." Look at that. Round of applause for Kim.
Yeah.
And everybody who gave a super chat. You can scroll up. I think we missed a couple, Alex, just so we don't forget about these amazing people. Kim Gilmore with the 5 says, KO taking the belt off Cody would be leverage because unless I'm wrong, KO hasn't re-signed yet. His contract is up in January. Ooh, that's interesting. What's the next one? Tyrone Henry with $4.99 says Big E will come out and hit one of them with a big ending. That's crazy. He comes back to be heel. Go ahead. KPOP. All right. Anyway, K-Poppin. Thank you for that. The toolbox is Punk's sledgehammer. I love that because that was such a memorable moment with him and Drew. Yeah. So what's coming up for me, guys, is the takedown, which is happening immediately. And outside of that, I just want to say, genuinely from the bottom of my heart, this is one of my favorite days of the week. I love doing this show. I love doing the show with you guys. Y'all make me laugh. The comments make us laugh. You guys have truly made us an even bigger community than we were. And we're seeing the rise because people are talking. You see these other podcasts are watching us. You see these other interviewers are seeing it. And it's because you guys are helping along. So please continue to share, continue to comment, and continue to show love to each other, man. We'll see you guys another time. Before the bell, we out.
Laid out for the count. 1, 2, 3, before the bell.